And welcome to our final show of 2015. It's the last one. Don't be sad. We'll be back in 2016. But I tell you what, excited because of the last movie we're going to be reviewing in this particular
But we're
hour.
not there yet.
But I'm almost there. Star Wars Episode 7, I'm almost there.
I'm telling you what, I even colored him a picture today because it's everywhere. Like, just this little, fighter.
It's everywhere. It's like
not
Subway.
firefighter.
It's
Starfighter ship came through my printer, one of those automatic apps, and sitting there, I'm like doodling. So I colored you a picture today of Star Wars.
Thanks, man. I apwe're it. I'm excited to review it. But I'm also...
Is it in one of those grown-up coloring books?
No, this is actually intended for the kid.
We're going to start off the show with one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. It's called The Bishop's Wife. It stars Cary Grant, and I totally love this film, man. Of course, I think I love it a lot because it has Cary Grant in it, and Cary Grant, I mean...
He's dreamy.
He is, man. I will say that.
He's a man's man.
He is, man. I mean, that's the kind of guy I like to hang out with, maybe have a scotch, and just talk about picking up ladies and whatnot, you know?
He wears a scarf very well.
Yeah, he does. So... This is a movie. What are you laughing about, man?
I'm picturing the movie in my head as you guys are talking. It's great.
Was this a movie have you ever seen this movie
I
before?
don't think I'd ever seen it before.
Okay.
It didn't look familiar.
So this is a movie where Cary Grant...
But my toast yesterday morning didn't look familiar either.
Can you focus on Cary Grant here? We're focusing on Cary Grant.
Did your toast look like Jesus?
Kind of looked like Cary Grant.
We've got The Bishop's Wife. Cary Grant is an angel.
He's an angel.
He was...
Shh. Didn't you watch the trailer?
No.
You didn't watch the trailer?
No, I didn't watch the trailer.
You don't watch the extras?
Well, I didn't watch it for this particular movie.
Well, they didn't make a trailer. That was the thing. They had the three of them walking on the sound lot, and they said, we're done rapping. We got to do a trailer. And then they got to talking, and they said, let's be different. Let's don't make a trailer. But they were explaining who each of them was to the new security guard, and they're like, I'm Loretta Young, and I play the bishop's wife, and I'm so-and-so, and I play the bishop. And he goes, I'm Cary Grant, and I play, and they all go, shh, because they didn't want to spoil it.
Oh.
So we probably shouldn't say anything either then, right?
Well, it's too late now.
All
Too late
right.
now. Can't go back.
And Cary Grant plays an angel who comes down and helps, what's his name? David Niven's character, who's the bishop. He's having issues raising funds to build this huge cathedral. And Cary Grant comes down to kind of remind him what's truly important in not only the Christmas season, but also in his life as well. So that's the basis of this story. This was your first viewing for both of you ladies. Stacy, what did you think of this film?
Oh, I love this movie. You know I love the black and white movies. Love them, love them, love them. So it was just a good, wholesome, wonderful movie.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Sabrina, will you agree with Stacy on this?
Well, I thought it was very good. At least it got me to stop doing what I was doing otherwise, and I was pretty busy that day. But he's like, just keep listening to it. And then I was not actually in the other room, but I could visualize what was going on. And if I got curious, I could come in and look at it and ask a question or two and verify that what I thought was happening was happening. And it was nice to be able to pause it. And so I could ask my questions. But I thought it was very interesting and a concept that was very worth a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
The fact that the bishop makes a prayer request and the prayer is answered and he spends the entire movie in disbelief.
Right.
Is fascinating.
It is fascinating. Did you guys have any favorite scenes in this movie?
Ice
Stacey?
skating scene.
Yeah, that's mine too.
I liked that too, but I also laughed probably really hard when he kept filling the wine or the sherry glass back up.
Right.
And then the professor was like, "Look at this! It never goes empty." You know, like I got a tickle out of that one. But I also liked it at the end when during one part they made the comment that the professor was not a religious man, you know, but he still bought the Christmas tree because it reminded him of when he was a kid. But at the end, you see him going into the church.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of like you've been touched by an angel and you don't even realize it.
That's right. Enough good things can happen to a person that can change their focus in life.
Yeah.
You know,
and they never even realize, or, you know, eventually, you know.
What's all this Christmas hubbub about?
Yeah.
I always feel bad watching this film because I always want Cary Grant to end up with Loretta, what's her name? Loretta Young. I'm like, man, they're perfect for each other. Forget that Jerry V. Niven guy with his pencil-thin mustache and, you know.
And the stick up his shorts.
Yeah, man.
You know, Cary Grant, he had a little personal dilemma there towards the end. And, because
he was falling in love too.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was like, kiss her for me. That may be the greatest line of the whole movie, kiss her for me, and it's just like, I wish you could stay,
Well, it says a lot for the character of the people characterized in this movie, because she says, you need to leave and never come back. Mm-hmm. Because she felt the pull.
Yeah.
And she was a married woman, nonetheless, to a bishop.
Yeah.
And he was comfortable enough to, in his agony over his cathedral, to allow his new assistant, which is played by Cary Grant, that's how he gets into the picture, to escort his wife all these places, which is how they end up falling in love in the first place.
Right.
And nothing untoward happens. It's a black and white movie from
right.
whatever. Yeah. But it doesn't have to in this movie. The emotional state of everyone is enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that they all come back around to remembering what brought them all together in the first place, it wasn't the cathedral, it was their love, the bishop and his wife, their children, their home, their faith in God, and his faith is renewed by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anything away there by saying that, I hope, but it's just that you don't know how it happens.
Right.
Yet.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you guys recommend this for Christmas viewing?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Folks?
I think it's a wonderful movie.
I didn't even, whenever you gave this to me to watch, I didn't even realize it was a Christmas movie, because you had said it eventually became The Preacher's Wife, which has been so many years since I've seen that. I don't even really remember much about that, other than as I was watching this one, I was like, oh yeah, I think there was like some attraction between Whitney Houston and Denzel. But I couldn't remember the specifics enough of that movie.
I don't guess I've ever seen that one.
Oh, well, you should probably see that one. We should probably see that one again. But yeah, there was all kinds of little fun stuff in this movie and that's why I like those old movies, because they take, like, for instance, those catty women in the restaurant, and they're like, so he's holding her hand, blah, blah, blah. And then he gets up and says, well, hello, ladies. Like, man, somebody should do that today. That would put a lot of these people in their place,
And like with the hat, he looks at her and he says, no. And then she gets the hat and wears it. Or in the boys' choir scene, so cute.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot in this movie that's just...
But that Christmas tree, ugh.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Come on now.
But it was
beautiful in the 40s.
Yeah.
I was like, where'd the tree go? All that tinsel on it.
So out of 5 stars, what would you give this, Sabrina?
I would say a 4.5.
4.5? Stacy, out of 5 stars?
Oh, we're going to go full 5.
I'd give it 4.5 as well. The movie is called The Bishop's Wife. Coming up after the break, we're going to do a very, very quick review of Entourage, and then we're going right into Star Wars. So I hope you're ready for it. It's coming up next on Today's Talk, 930 KWOC.